In December 2024, things got really tense between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Pakistan carried out airstrikes in Afghanistan's Paktika province, targeting places connected to the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP. The TTP is a militant group that operates in both Afghanistan and Pakistan. Sadly, these airstrikes caused many casualties, making people very angry and leading to widespread condemnation. Right after the airstrikes, a huge number of Taliban fighters, around 15,000, started moving towards the border shared with Pakistan. This military build-up made the situation much worse. It felt like things could explode at any moment, with everyone afraid of a big conflict. The Pakistani government explained that the airstrikes weren't meant to be aggressive. They said it was a necessary action in response to a TTP attack that had happened a few days earlier, where 16 Pakistani soldiers lost their lives. Pakistan insisted that they had to act to protect their country and their citizens. The international community, including the United Nations, became very worried and called for both sides to show restraint. Neighboring countries also urged Pakistan and Afghanistan to talk to each other. Everyone was worried that this conflict could make the whole region unstable. These airstrikes and the Taliban's reaction are just one part of a much bigger and more complicated issue. Since the Taliban took control of Afghanistan again in 2021, Pakistan has seen a big increase in terrorist attacks. In 2023 alone, over 1,500 people in Pakistan were killed in these attacks, which is a 56% rise from the year before. The TTP has been especially active, carrying out many attacks inside Pakistan. Their goal is to overthrow the Pakistani government and establish a strict Islamic state. The reason the TTP has become stronger is directly related to the Taliban's takeover in Afghanistan. The Taliban's victory has emboldened the TTP and given them a safe place to operate. The Pakistani government accuses the Afghan Taliban of not doing enough to stop the TTP from using Afghan territory to plan and carry out attacks. Pakistan believes that the Taliban either can't or won't control the TTP, and they see this as a clear and present danger to their safety. The Taliban, however, denies helping the TTP in any way. They claim to be committed to preventing Afghanistan from being used as a base for attacks against any country, including Pakistan. But these assurances haven't really eased Pakistan's worries. The current tension between Pakistan and Afghanistan is especially surprising considering their history. For many years, Pakistan was a major supporter of the Taliban. They gave shelter to Taliban leaders and fighters when the US-led invasion removed them from power in Afghanistan in 2001. Pakistan's support for the Taliban had many complex reasons. They saw the Taliban as a defense against Indian influence in Afghanistan. Pakistan also thought that a Taliban-controlled Afghanistan would give them a strategic advantage if they ever had a conflict with India. However, things between Pakistan and the Taliban have become strained in recent years. Pakistan's support for the Taliban was always based on the idea that they could control the group. But the Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan has proven that this isn't true anymore. The TTP's resurgence has become a major problem for the Pakistani government. Pakistan is now stuck in a difficult situation. They're facing a growing threat from a group they once supported. At the same time, Pakistan doesn't want to do anything that might make Afghanistan even more unstable. The increasing tension between Pakistan and Afghanistan has serious consequences for the stability of the region and international relations. This conflict could easily turn into a bigger war, pulling in other countries. This is a terrible situation that everyone wants to avoid. The international community is very worried about what's happening. The United States, which withdrew its troops from Afghanistan in 2021, is now watching with increasing concern as the country falls apart. The US doesn't have much influence over Pakistan or the Taliban. The conflict in Afghanistan has already had a terrible effect on the Afghan people. Millions are going hungry, and the country's economy is ruined. The international community has given billions of dollars in aid to Afghanistan. However, a lot of this aid has been stopped because of the Taliban's human rights violations and their refusal to form a government that includes everyone. The situation in Afghanistan is a tragedy for the Afghan people and a major problem for the world. The recent tension between Pakistan and Afghanistan just makes everything more complicated and urgent. Finding a peaceful solution to the conflict is crucial. However, the path to peace is